Those who dare cross this path, despite many warnings, shall know my true wrath. By multiple butcherings and burnings, although you may try to escape, be afraid, for it is in vain. When you enter in my domain, I will make you no pain.
The Adventures of Robby Dash. The Day of the Golden Darkness. Created by Robert Mitchell.
Professor Robby Dash and his friends Nova and Orion stood within the dimly lit temple, the air thick with the scent of age and forgotten secrets. They held the time travel orb, its glowing blue light illuminating the ancient stone walls. The dark force that watched them lurked just beyond the edge of perception, its presence felt but unseen.
We need to keep moving,
Orion whispered, his voice barely audible over the soft hum of the orb.
We can't let it catch up to us.
Agreed. I don't like the looks of this place.
Nova replied, her eyes scanning the shadows for any sign of danger.
But we need to find more information before we can even think about leaving.
Robby nodded, his mind racing with the possibilities.
Correct. We need to find the heart of the temple. That's where we'll find the answers we seek.
The three of them moved cautiously through the twisting corridors, the orb leading the way. As they walked, the air grew colder, the darkness closing in around them like a living entity. Suddenly a voice whispered in their minds, its voice like ice.
You should not have come here.
The trio froze, their hearts pounding in unison.
Who the Davy are you?
Robby demanded, his voice steady despite the fear that gripped his heart.
I am the guardian of this forgotten place,
The voice replied.
and you have trespassed on sacred ground.
Look, we mean no harm.
Nova pleaded.
We only seek the truth.
The voice laughed, the sound like the crack of thunder.
The truth is not for mortals to know. You have been warned.
The darkness grew even darker, the air thickening with an ominous energy. The trio knew they had to leave, but they also knew they couldn't leave without the information they sought.
We'll leave when we have what we need, thank you very much.
Robby said, his voice firm. The voice laughed again, the sound echoing through the temple.
You will leave when I allow it, and not before.
The darkness closed in, the trio struggling to see through the veil of shadows. They knew they were running out of time. They had to find the heart of the temple before it was too late.
Wait, use the orb to get us out of here.
Orion said with a sudden realization.
By Jove, you're right. It completely escaped my mind we had this thing.
Robby activates the orb, causing an extremely bright light to emit from it, transporting them right back to the Cozy Star Explorer.
Yes! So glad we made it out of there.
I think we should take a break before going on any more adventures. I studied the jungle and the temple, so I'm sure we have all the data that we need,
said Orion. Back at the hidden temple, the dark force emerges from the shadows looking furious, and it seems to be a tall, dark, handsome, elderly bearded man in a gold and black Egyptian-like attire with silver and black hair. His name is Animus. He stepped forward.
I will find you, and you three will pay for trespassing into my world. Your blood will taste my sharp claws. I will take your lives as payment.
Animus said menacingly.
To be continued.
Hi, you've been listening to The Adventures of Robby Dash, Episode 4, The Day of the Golden Darkness. Animus voiced by Okolo Ledweye, and narrated this time by none other than Robert Charles Mitchell, starring Professor Robby Dash, featuring characters of blue-haired Orion and pink-haired Nova. Characters and story created by Mr. Robert Charles Mitchell, in association with Neon Blackstone Studios. Theme song by CJ Beards. This project was made circa 2024. Thank you all for watching.
Agreed. I don't like the looks of this place, Nova replied. Her